He's at 0 points right now. Ansel with a 31,000 point lead. Oh, wait, we haven't even started yet. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I knew that. I promise. All right, but both are ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We officially got game 1 counted down. The first try. Nothing else happened. No technical difficulties were in our way. Everything went accordingly, and both already have a Tetris on the board, and Ansel will take the first burn. Ooh, setting up a T overhang there as Ansel is going to work out with another T in Tetris. This gonna go on YouTube for real? It is! It is going to go on YouTube. Well, I think it's a good chance. I don't know how CTL chooses its uploads for YouTube, but if it is, hey Peek. Hello, Peekayric. Early on, Ansel having to burn a little bit, but looks to be getting out of that pretty quickly. One more burn will do that. There's a Tetris for Gerald. 56,000 compared to 52. It won't go on YouTube if Gerald early tops 3 times in a row. Alright, Gerald, let's avoid doing that. There's a Tetris for Ansel. 77k, has a hole there. But gets 2 quick Tetrises, but he's going to have to build on top or just work around it. But a lot of weight is being piled on that hole. And he's going to have to be burning for a bit. 81,000 for Gerald with a squeaky clean board. He gets a Tetris to take the lead. 105 compared to 102 for Ansel. Unfortunately, Ansel is the new Dan V, so Gerald is screwed. You can't stop any Fave 5s or any Fave 5ers, any, what is the word? Illuminated Fave 5ers? Is that the word? I don't know. But yeah, Ansel, part of the Kingsman's Fave 5 last year. Gerald was not in any, he was not in the Fave 5 or the Kaka crew, so he missed out on both. But Gerald's a decent player, you know. He's gotten some pretty good accomplishments with this game. Mega Masters finalist and all, and I think winning 2 Masters events, that's okay. It's not Kingsman Fave 5 or good, but, you know, it's still something. There's a Tetris for Gerald, 245, 226 for Ansel, and has been setting up on row 2 for the past couple of lines, and it's been working for him. But now we'll have to burn a little bit. Ooh, nice adjustment with the T to make room for the bar. It's going to open up that well, and Tetris for Ansel, 252, ahead by 5,000 points. But Gerald will get a Tetris to take the lead back. So it doesn't even matter. Well, any lead probably does matter. I mean, you know, games have separated by 1 point before, you know? And if Gerald goes against the prophecy of early topping all 3 games in a row, then maybe I don't see a 1 point differential being I don't see it happening in this set, but you know, it proved me wrong. 323 for Ansel. There's a Tetris for Gerald. 339. We're about halfway through transition. There's a Tetris for Ansel. Both have actually been pretty even on 18 so far. Gerald wasn't able to make the table read for this script for this match, so there might be some improv. Yeah. Gerald kind of winging his acting here at this point. Ansel was very close with the script. You know, actually him messing up the seed at I don't even know if it was him who messed up the seed, but the seed mishap at the beginning was actually planned. It was in the script. Tetris for Ansel, 419, 435 for Gerald. And a massive 13-piece drought for Gerald, but he gets a bar for the Tetris immediately. And Ansel getting 2 bars in a row, and he can't use either for a Tetris. But he is now set up, and he will get a bar with another row 2 Tetris setup. Sports betting for Nestor's win. I mean, there's already... There's already like challenge brackets for CTM, you know, that you get money for winning. There's a tuck with a J and a Tetris for Ansel. And Gerald's been playing super clean for the majority of this 18. Minimal burns. Ooh, nice key tuck. Makes a bar dependency, but doesn't have to wait long for the bar. And we're getting close to transition. Now 1 Tetris left for Ansel before 19. Gerald with 3. And he's going to get a Tetris 572 and looking for a 600k transition here. Ansel with the 559 transition going into 19. Only back by 13,000 points, but Gerald still has 2 Tetrises in hand with the line count. And Gerald is going to get one of those Tetrises to make it worthwhile. There's a Tetris for Ansel and 2. Taking the lead in real-time score, but Ansel's still ahead by a significant amount of lines, and now he's going to have to be burning. Actually, no, never mind. Actually has a really nice rooftop triple that just clears it away really nicely. And Gerald is now in 19 at 629, and he gets a Tetris. 617 compared to 643. We are super close on early 19, and it looks to be staying that way. Another Tetris Gerald, 680. One for Ansel, 671. Oh, nice adjustments here for Ansel, and he gets the Tetris, 699. Still back by a couple thousand points, but not a Tetris worth of points as Gerald gets one down. And he gets another one, 759. About a 2 Tetris lead here. I know that because Nestrus Champs said so. I would never be able to do the math in my head if Nestrus Champs didn't just show it. Thank you to Nestrus Champs, which is really cool. This overlay is really useful. There's a Tetris for Gerald, 816, 744 for Ansel. And has a double wheel set up. He'll take a single in order to get ready. And now building out that right. Gerald with a dirty center wheel Tetris. It's going to work out. 775 for Ansel. Playing clean. But even despite playing clean for the majority of 19, the lead hasn't really changed. Gerald has been scoring the same way as Ansel, and so Ansel hasn't been able to catch up, and especially with that misdrop, that might slow him down even more. But as I was saying, Gerald's been playing pretty much the same way as Ansel, so Gerald hasn't been able to build a lead, but Ansel hasn't been able to really eke into any of the deficit that he has, and it looks to be that the lead is going to get even bigger as Ansel's stuck in a dig situation and a bit of a flash, a bit of blinking lights there for 25 for Ansel's capture. It's okay, you know, we'll put it behind us. But if I knew that was going to happen, I would have put a seizure warning. He does not look invincible, no. Gerald is set up for the Tetris, so I would give him the max. And he gets the... There we go, A16 for Gerald. Nice tuck with the T and Tetris for Ansel. 901 gets 3 more Tetrises and he'll get the max. But Gerald is only adding onto the lead, running away with it. 150,000 point lead, now 5 Tetrises. Gerald's gonna probably be playing clean for the majority of the rest of 19, while Ansel has his work cut out for him. He has 1 Tetris till the max. And only 3 lines left till 29. He Tetrises into it. 1,000,007. And playing it clean, just keeping this board low, looking to possibly set up for Tetrises. And it looks like he'll need to do that if he wants to stay with Gerald. Gerald goes in at 1.17. Ansel looking to be setting up here. Gonna take the safety triple. Gerald set up. Tetris Gerald 1.2. And set up for another Tetris immediately. Gonna take the safety burn. There's a Tetris for Gerald, 1.252. That's C53. But Ansel's still alive, trying to play aggressive. But the bar isn't really showing up when he wants to. Now set up there. It's a Tetris for Ansel, 1,091. But still back by 4 Tetrises. Oh, and a double flip at the T-piece. This is a really bad board for Ansel. And another double flip. It looks like Ansel's board is going to fall out of control here. It's done at 1,093. A valiant attempt in game 1, but Gerald will take it with a 1.285. GG's. Oh, and I guess there is going to be stats in CTL, so I guess if Gerald wants to stat pad now, he can feel free to do it. I don't even know if the stats are a thing yet, but I know there have been plans for CTL to get stats. But yeah, Gerald with the 1.3, Ansel would have probably had to get a personal best in order to beat Gerald in this game 1, which is good and bad. Good and bad, but you know. Tetris Gerald in the center wall, 1.381. And there's the 1.4 for Gerald. Yeah, definitely would have had to get a PB if he wanted to take this game from Ansel. Oh, Gerald gets that bar over to the left. How? Still going. Gets another bar to the left. Are you serious? And Gerald is going to live 2 Tetrises before 39. Gets one. 1.5. And set it for the last Tetris into 39. And there's the Tetris. 1.559 for Gerald and getting 2 lines, 3 lines on 39. 4. Wait. What? No! 1 line away from 40! Are you serious? No! Dude, Gerald 1 line away from getting level 40. Oh my god. By the way, both players are ready for game 2. We are going to get going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And SPS is confirmed. They have squares and 2 Zs. Oh, and Gerald with a misdrop early on. Bit of a goofy one, but it's okay. But a bit of a slowdown. This might give Ansel the time to maybe get a couple Tetris lead early on. He gets one down. First one of game 2. Hello, Wintura __. And Gerald has gotten out of his respective dig, but is now about 1.5 Tetrises behind. Will Gerald be able to catch up? This is a massive lead. 70,000 for Ansel, 31,000 for Gerald. And, ooh. Gerald's board looking a bit uncomfortable. Not really good pieces for what he had, and now gonna be burning for a while. Ansel with the Vits. Beautiful stuff. And a Tetris. 140. Gerald's going to get a triple down the right. Just get this down and get back to the right. Nice S-spin there for Ansel. Going to open up the well in 1 burn. Trying to not make his stack super dependent. He gets a Tetris there, 166. Now a 4 Tetris lead for Ansel in early 18. But Gerald looks to be putting those awkward misdrops behind him as he's clean. Gets a Tetris, 114. Gerald can't be playing like that after the last game. Well, that's kind of how it goes, you know? Like, after you have a really good game, second game tends to be kind of a fumble, you know? Doesn't happen all the time, but it's been known to happen. Maybe Gerald will have at least one of the 3 early top-outs that were mentioned earlier. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. He has a perfect board, and he's getting a Tetris. 182 compared to 237 for Ansel. Still maintaining a lead of about 2.5 Tetrises. Oh, and Gerald's board getting a little dependent. He's going to get a double to open up the right and a Tetris there. The Tetris Gremlin occasionally blows on a piece and moves it over 1 row. That's so mean. I thought Krajava would have removed that in the latest patch. Well, at least he wouldn't have added it in Tetris Gym, you know? That's the one thing that everybody hated in the original ROM was the Tetris Gremlin purposely misshifting your pieces. Maybe they'll add it in version 6. 353 for Ansel. 276 for Gerald. Now Gerald with a bar dependency. Gonna take a double. Still bar dependent, but he gets the bar pretty quickly. Tetris for Ansel, though. 376 has had a very efficient 18 so far. He is almost 100,000 points ahead of Gerald. And we're about 80 lines through. Pretty much equal line count, so this is a true 95,000 point lead for Ansel. Oh, nice adjustment with the L. A lot of last-second decisions here for Ansel. And I would say that's because of the program that he made, Tetris Fish. He's been using that a lot. And a lot of other people that you would probably call very good stackers, like Dangler, they've been using Tetris Fish a whole lot. And I would say it helps your stacking a lot. And you can see it's helped Ansel a lot. He's getting tucks, spins, adjustments galore, and he has a pretty sizable lead against Gerald here on 18. And he's gonna set up for the Tetris. There it is. Tetris 4, Ansel 494. And another one. 516 at 106. Gerald running into another situation. Having to clean up some holes. And a bar here would be lovely, but gets it one piece too late. Gets the bar at a good time for that one, though. And Gerald going to be dinging here for a little bit, but looks to be fine. 570 for Ansel, has 3 Tetrises before 19, and has 1 burn available for it. Nice L spin. And that actually resolves really well. I thought that was going to be kind of a bad situation for Ansel, but no, clears it away in 1 burn. And Gerald's setting up an overhang with that square. Gets a nice T-spot. Gonna transition at 481. 617 transition for Ansel. There's a Tetris for Gerald immediately. Still back by 100,000 points in a 19. But seeing what Gerald did last game, no lead is big enough. And Gerald played decently well on 29, so I think if he has 100,000 points down going into that, there's a possibility he can catch up. But Ansel is so far doing really well. Gets a Tetris, 157,000 point lead. What scores were last games? Gerald got a 1.5, 1 line away from a level 40, and Ansel got a max out, I believe, 1,093,000 or something around there. And Ansel getting up a bit high, gonna take a safety triple there. And it gets a nice bar to open up that right, and is now set up. And there's a Tetris. Ansel 743, 650 for Gerald, so Ansel still maintaining the lead here. Gerald still actually really chipping into the lead, but he's ahead by about a Tetris worth in lines. Doesn't sound like much, but one Tetris of a lead can mean a lot, especially on 19 and onward. Oh, nice adjustment with that L. Just so many adjustments from Ansel I'm seeing. Really nice stuff. There's another Tetris. 828, 4 Tetris lead. Gerald seems to be rebounding on 19. Seems to be pretty efficient now. Ansel also doing the same and even more. Kind of a similar situation to last game, but the roles are kind of switched. Gerald had a massive lead on 19, and it was just Ansel getting the same Tetrises as Gerald was, but due to the 18 transitions, that was really just separating the score lead. But now it's Ansel's turn to have a demanding lead after the transition, and he gets a Tetris, 981, 1 Tetris away from the max. If you put me and Stoichel on a mic together, I guarantee you not. I don't know. You're like the only person who has told me I sound like Stoichel. I'll take it. But Ansel, with the max, gets another Tetris, 1,050,000, aka 50. Gerald taking responsible burns. He's going to get a Tetris 973. Ansel at 1,052,000, opening up the well and a Tetris. Bar dependency on the left. Gets the bar pretty quickly, and it looks like 2 burns will be solved. There we go. Tetris into 28 with the 1.1. Ansel and Gerald with a max at A43. Not even a bad game, but Ansel's been playing really well, and we'll see what he can do as we're reaching 29 imminently. 1 Tetris left to go for both of them. Ansel might just want to look for a clean board. Gerald goes in at 1,084,000. I'm gonna just burn for a little bit. Only back by about a Tetris and a half. Well, Ansel's board gonna triple in at 1,046,000. But it's not gonna happen. He's done at 1.146. B46 is your target, Gerald. And only 1 Tetris is really needed. A Tetris worth of points is needed, but definitely not a Tetris is needed. You can single and double this out. B47 is the goal, and you'll take it. Back-to-back maxes from Ansel, by the way. That's really good. You see top players like Gerald and stuff like get that a lot, but that is still really difficult. And Gerald closing in on this. Needs B47. 7,000 points to go. Couple of holes on his board, but doesn't look to be any serious situation. And that burn will do it. Gerald takes game 2 with a kill screen chase down. Stayed calm throughout kill screen and 19 and was able to take the win. And we're 2-0 now. All right, both are ready and actually pretty quickly. Wow. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And they immediately start differently. Oh no! The missed spin tuck for Ansel. I don't know if it was an adjustment or an overshift in order to set it up. But sadly, it did not work out. Oh, but Gerald is going to set up the spin tuck on purpose with that Z, and it works out, making up for Ansel's loss of it. Simul Tetris, though. Ansel building up on, like, row 4. Is Ansel tapping? No, he is rolling. You can see with his hands right there, he is rolling. Let's get his camera right there. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, Ansel with a PB of 1.3. A very prominent roller. He is very good at this game. Gerald is also quite good at this game. Ansel kind of running into a situation here. Really nice burns, though. Clears those holes away actually really nicely. It's looking a little bit dangerous, but no big deal. And micro adjustments here. Oh, don't ban me for saying micro adjustments. I swear, and nobody likes the term micro adjustments anymore. I love it. I love saying micro adjustments. I completely get it when there's just an adjustment that seems small. Very tiny. Tiny adjustment. And they're so micro at this point that you don't even know that they're adjustments. You just expect somebody... You just expect these guys to do them now, you know? There's a Tetris for Ansel, 158. I agree, Colin. Micro adjustments are a valid term. Tetris for Ansel. Keeping this row 3 setup for pretty much for the majority of this 18 game. I think pretty much the entirety. He had a misdrop right at the beginning. And he's just been working with this. Seems to be working well. He gets a bar to the left. Only clears a single, though. And Gerald has been able to build a pretty massive lead here. 308 compared to 230. Oh, nice T-spin adjustment there for Ansel. And he's going to burn this down. But still content with setting up on row 3. He's taken burns that are necessary to keep his board safe, but he still doesn't want to burn too much because, you know, you need to stay efficient, and you're already back by almost 100,000 points. You still need to score, despite with your board not being the best, and Ansel's making it work. There's a Tetris 284, 377 for Gerald. Hello, Kobar. There is a Tetris for Gerald. One for Ansel again. And another one for Ansel. I should keep in mind, and you should keep in mind, that this will not be the last match of today. We're going to have Dangler and Tegamek after. I'll tell you what, I'm very excited for that match. Tega, I think this is his first time playing CTL in a long while, and fresh off of a 1.4 PB. Dangler fresh off of the first ever perfect max out, but you know, both are very respectable scores. Ansel getting up a bit high in the bars and showing up when he wants, and 2 bars in a row, just can't use him. Still trying to open the well, does so, now needs another bar for the score. Kind of selling out his board, and the bar is still not showing up. And Ansel's board getting into a lot of trouble. Oh, no, it's going to top out at 342, and Gerald takes game 3. An unfortunate early top out, but Ansel put up a very good fight. Back-to-back maxes. And that means Gerald will be your winner. But Gerald is still going. So let me go.
Dog having to take burns. Another drought. 18, 19 pieces. Wow, 26 pieces. There's the bar finally for Dog. Great perseverance, showing good patience and great stacking decisions. Another quick Tetrises in succession. 772. Add another one. 804. Meanwhile, Somalian captain now dealing with that drought. He's going to want to make sure that he's got an accommodating board because that's a long drought. 28 pieces. There's the bar. There's the score. Somalian captain now 798. 838 for the Dog playing Tetris. Yeah. And another Tetris in here. A bit off the pace for the max out is Dog, but currently at 906. Add another Tetris. Can get 2 with perfect play. It's going to gear up for that level 29 speed. I said it before, but I say it again. This is where the game goes from great to awesome. So those level 29 speeds kick in. Now Dog having to take some burns. Burns away a full Tetris worth of pace, but gets a bar into level 29. 987. There's the long bar Tetris and the max out. 1,023,000. Somalian captain at 941. Will transition with the next Tetris as well, but a drought is forming. Another Tetris there for Dog with a 1,097,000. Somalian knocking down a Tetris into transition. 980. Dog with these beautiful rolls. Gets another long bar, another Tetris. 1.1. It's a B on the board. And another center well Tetris for Dog playing Tetris. Go to 1.18. Playing 1,024,000. Somalian captain knocking down a Tetris of his own. Trying to stay in it here. But Dog's 29 may prove to be a very difficult force to reckon with. But Somalian doing the best that he can. This is really solid play from Somalian. Another Tetris. 1.1 for both, but a 1.2 from Dog now. Dog going to get another long bar. Another quick Tetris. Go to 1.269. Hey now. But Somalian's board starting to break down. 1.107 is the final score. Somalian going to top out. Dog playing Tetris with a 1.284. And another Tetris brings us to a 1.3 is good for game number 1. GG. And Dog seriously setting up a vertical eye-tuck. Dog playing Tetris on the march. Will Somalian tie things up? Let's find out because game number 2 is coming straight to you in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And same piece sets has been confirmed second time around. So really good game number 1 for both players, both making it well beyond the level 29 transition. Somalian captain, fortunately, does not have the same playability on those 29 speeds as Dog playing Tetris. So Somalian's going to have to focus up a bit more, maybe up the aggression here on the 18 and 19 speed to take a game off of Dog. Meanwhile, if you're Dog, you're just going to look to keep riding that momentum, baby. Get yourself to level 29 with another 1.1. and take another game off Somalian. We'll see what happens as we turn this page into game number 2. Double S pieces for Somalian captain. Kind of crummy. Going to have some burns. We are at a dead tie 12 lines through, but Somalian going to have to do some burning. Dog's still clean. And our borrow in chat saying, lately Dog's 29 play has been a force of nature. His opponents have to call Jake from State Farm and take out an insurance policy against it. Oh my word. However, Dog might be getting into a sticky situation here, but it seems to be getting out of it. Beautiful tucks, couple bars coming in. There's a Tetris to cure all the woes. Dog playing Tetris going to be A-okay. Another bar and another Tetris. Call him Dog scoring Tetris. He is at 182. Somalian captain at 126. You know, interesting fact about these two players. Dog and Somalian have played about 4 times, and Dog has won all 4 times. But they've never faced each other in the last, like, year. So we're going to have to see if the rivalry is still there or not. Somalian, oh no, Somalian's bored. This is very tough. Somalian, does he get the J? But he's not getting the J. Has an LJ dependency and plugs it up. There's the bar way too late. He is up very high. There's a triple. And these bars coming in for Somalian at all the wrong time. He's going to continue this burn. Meanwhile, Dog is still clean. Has a 110,000 point lead here over the hybrid player. And a bar in. There's Tetris for both. A center well for the captain. Right well for Dog. I make it a double. 300,000 playing 189. 50 lines through. Is Jasmine here? I don't think so. We would have seen her going crazy about the Vits, I'm sure. Oh, beautiful pieces here for Somalian. Somalian continuing to go with this kind of off-center well. And a bar shows after the drought. Simul Tetris. Another Tetris for both. Somalian is still 4 Tetrises back here, 75 lines through. Just account of that burning that started with the early part of 18. So not quite the start Somalian needs against the 2-time world champion. I mean, Dog playing Tetris is also a CTL champion. I should point that out. All right, Dog waiting for some good pieces for the left-hand side. T pieces were pretty much the best for his board there. Long bar in, another Tetris hit. And look at more T's. T's just clean up all the mess. I love it. 482 for Dog. A 5 Tetris lead. 88 lines through. Simul Tetris again. Four-time and current CTL champion is Dog playing Tetris. So reigning, right? Reigning CTL champion. All right, Somalian getting droughted here, a bit dependent. Gets a nice J piece. That's exactly what he needed, but now has a hole. And Dog dealing with the same drought, up a bit higher. But the board is cleaner. Bar in, Tetris scored, make it a double. Dog playing Tetris 601 at 114, maintaining a 91% Tetris rate. Meanwhile, Somalian captain, a different story, 66% Tetris rate, which is not a bad score by any means. 66%, right around max out pace. I mean, was looking for that 500k transition. But Dog just on a completely different level here. Going to hit transition with the next 2 Tetrises if he plays perfectly. Somalian going to look to just try to burn into transition. Oh, these pieces for Somalian so difficult to work with. Has to set up another delayed burn for a nasty square piece. Meanwhile, Dog going to hit transition 700,000 points. Add a Tetris, go to 724. Somalian transitions 525, so still a great transition score for Somalian captain. Just dog, holy cow. And K9 watching Tetris, gifting a tier 1 sub to Dog playing Tetris. No doubt after that. Dirty Tetris. Oh my word, from Dog. Maintaining this efficiency. Tetris rate has dropped down to an 87%, but who cares? He's at 754. Somalian captain 629. Somalian really going to need to turn it on in the post transition here. There is not a lot of room to work with now. Level 21 for both. Tetris for Somalian captain 657. 810 for the Dog playing Tetris. $838 now for Dog, waiting for another bar. But Drought is going to start forming here. There's the bar, there's the Tetris again, 865, starting to bring that Tetris rate back up. Nice couple of tucks here. So meanwhile for Somalian, getting a couple of quick Tetrises in succession here. 719, playing 896. Somalian captain just passing Dog's transition score here late onto level 23. Nice couple burns here. Bit dependent board, so Somalian having to do some more delayed burns. Gets the well open in the nick of time. Bang Tetris. 756 plays 955. Another Tetris. Dog is one away from the 1,000,000 points. And there it is. 1,000,000 in the level 24. Still has one Tetris left. But instead he's going to take a couple burns and he's going to end up going into level 25. But he's set up again another bar, another Tetris. This is potential 1.2, maybe even a 1.3. And Somalian captain, unfortunately, having to go with a tuck, waiting for the J, but it's not coming. It finally shows, but way too late. Dog's board climbing up a bit, takes a double. There's the bar, there's the Tetris. There's another one. That's the 1.1. It's a B on the board, and it is stinging, to coin a phrase. We have Somalian captain taking a couple more split burns, trying to get this board back down. Another double is scored. Somalian falling further and further back here as these pieces just not conducive to him scoring. But he's got a 1.1, and now it's a 905. Funny how that works. So to say, there's no way you just got to a 1.1 after having, but a little bit of a capture issue, not a big deal. But he gets that well back open. 914. Dog with a Tetris can get one more. He's gonna set up level 29 inbound. Nice tuck. Needs the bar. Drought forming though. Can't hold out too long. There it is. Boom! Tetris 1.3 into 29 and a Tetris 1366. Somalian captain gonna have his work cut out for him. Back by 10 Tetrises. Hits 29. Gets a quick Tetris there. 1,000,000. There's the max out for real this time for Somalian captain. He's gonna single and double. Meanwhile, Dog playing Tetris, showing he's a force to be reckoned with here on the 29 speeds. He's set up for another Tetris and gets it. 1.455 plays 1.0. Dog playing Tetris still stacking so clean. Nice skims. Gonna tuck the T. Beautiful tuck here on the level 29 speed. A bar in another Tetris 1.499. There's the 1.5. And he's gonna set up another Tetris 1.54. And look, Somalian captain is done. Dog playing Tetris at 1.54 is good for game number 2 is on match point and play this out. Another Tetris 1.58. And another one 1.6. Come on. Another Tetris! You can see he's smiling now. He knows this is a great game. Another Tetris. Oh my word. 1.7. Dog playing Tetris looking to set a CTL record here. Takes the burns. Another Tetris. Can we see the 1.8? Ooh, double bar dependent. Okay, gets that bar. It burns nothing, but adds some much needed weight to the center of the stack. Now he needs to burn this back open. He gets the well back open. One more bar for the 1.8. Drought forming. Bar in. There's a Tetris 1.8. Can we see a 1.9? There's a Tetris. Oh my word. He's set up one Mino shy as the bar comes, but there's another one. 1.9 level 37 and another Tetris. Can we see the 2 million? Has to burn. Good, another bar. There's another bar. There's the 2 million level 38. He's got one Tetris left before the 29. Where's the bar? Give him the bar. Where's the bar? Where's the bar? But he doesn't get the last one, but 2 million points. Oh my word. Dog playing Tetris for nearly double Somalian captain's top out score. All right, both players are ready to go. Let's get it on. Dog playing Tetris on